ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Brigett's Last Laugh. You are at Tickle Your Bones Weekly Comedy Festival. Hey, boy, we have a special show for you tonight. We got a special guest host in Eduardo Cruz, and we also have a wonderful man that's going to intro the show. Please put your hands together for one of our favorite new comics around town with a great laugh, Mr. Rayboi Mitchelll.
We got a very special night planned for you tonight. We got all the killers on lineup tonight. That's a bunch of murdering comedians. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I've done all of the comedy clubs in Arizona, and I gotta tell you, man, honest truth, this is my favorite fucking room and favorite audience to perform in front of in the whole valley. So not only do we have a special lineup for you, tonight is actually my 1-year anniversary of doing stand-up comedy. A year ago, Sean McCarthy was a judge in one of the competitions, and he gave me a really cool piece of advice. He was like, hey, Raven, when you're doing good, just let the audience love you. Just let them love you, you know? And I've kind of taken that with me in life. I've made it like a life motto now, and I live it. I go out into the world, I try to be the best I can be, and I let the world love me. And I owe that thanks to Sean McCarthy. I appreciate you, Sean. Hell yeah. So with no further ado, let's get this shit going. I would like to introduce to you his people were responsible for the pyramids. Didn't know if you knew that. My favorite circumcised penis. Their God actually makes them trim the penis. Didn't know if you knew that. My favorite, closest to black and still white, because of the slavery thing, you know, pyramids. The one, the only, Sean McCarthy!
You never seen my penis, Gregory. How'd you know I was circumcised?
Ladies and gentlemen, the real host of tonight's show, Mr. Eduardo Cruz.
It's me. How y'all doing? Let's fucking get this show started. My name is Eduardo Cruz. How y'all doing? You guys are a beautiful couple. I'm gonna say that out loud, you know what I mean? Handsome white boy right there, you know what I mean? And I'm not gay. You know, it's crazy because a lot of people think I am gay. You know, I get that a lot. They're like, Eddie, are you gay? And I'm like, no, I am not gay. I swear. Although I had an ex-girlfriend one time, you know, give me a prostate exam. You know, I was like, what are you doing down there? And I liked it, you know. I'm not gonna lie, I can't fuck with that anymore. So how long have you guys been together? 10 years? Woo! Okay. Nice lucky couple right here, man. Fuck you guys, bro. You know, I was with my ex for 6 years, then she broke up with me. Fuck that bitch, you feel me? Fuck that bitch. No, but I was scrolling through Instagram the other day, and I saw that there was this young college basketball player, Naquan Tomlin is his name, right? He goes to Kansas State University, right? And he's balling out. You know, he's being touted as a draft pick for the NBA, a sleeper, they say. And the interesting thing is that he never played any high school basketball or AAU ball, you know what I mean? Which is like crazy, because it's like the majority of people in college play either high school or AAU. And so it's very surprising to most people, but I don't really find that surprising, being the fact that he's 6'10". You know what I mean? I feel like if you're 6'10" and not being touted for the NBA draft, you're not living, you know, you're just wasting your height. You're tall for no reason. Just being a big tree, you know what I mean? Casting shade for free. You know? Not me. If I was 6'10", bro, I'd fucking be posting up, dunking and shit, doing my thing, make my dad proud, you know? That's why he left. I came out to be 5'9" on a good day, 5'10" on an even better day. No, but I love my parents. I'm a first-generation American. That's right. Woo! Everybody's in the blue is great. You guys voted to build the wall. I just know it. I feel the energy here in Britain. No, I'm kidding. Yesterday I did an open mic at Gilbert, and I really felt that energy. You know what I mean? Gilbert just has that white, that white smell. Like you left your mayonnaise in the car smell. You know what I mean? That racist. I'm playing. Although I've been to Gilbert a couple times. Never seen a food city out there. Never seen a food city out there. Only in Glendale, on the west side. You feel me? Or down south. But I love, being a first generation American. It's amazing. I love it. Let me give you an example why it's so great. The 2008 economic world collapse, right? Horrible thing that happened. I came out a hero. Being in I was 2010, I was like 7th grade, 5th grade, having to translate all these legal documents from the bank, from English to Spanish to save the house. It was incredible. I did it. My parents were like, "Mijo, lo hiciste, lo lograste." That's right, Paul. Clap that shit up. But you know what? It was all for nothing. They lost it anyway. I was like, I hate you guys. How do you lose it? Dumb bitches. No. I love my parents, though. I love them. I love them to death. I disappoint them every once in a while, though. My dad's a mechanic. I grew up helping him my whole life. Asked me to do anything, I don't know shit. He never taught me a damn thing. I only learned how to hold a light. And even then, I don't do it right. You know what I mean? So it's like, did I really learn? Did I really learn? And so when I teach him English, I'm the same way with him. I gotta pay it back. He'd be like, "Nico, what is?" Like the other day, he saw the word corn-fed, right, on the back of a white pickup, and he's like, "What is that?" I was like, "Oh, corn-fed's like them big white boys from Nebraska, like you corn-fed motherfuckers." You feel me? Woo. Right. Woo woo. I don't wanna look into woo woo, but so that's a good boy right there. So later we went to fucking Food City again on the west side, you feel me? We saw this big old white boy. I was like, "Mijo, mira, fucking corn-fed." I was like, "That's right, that is a big corn-fed motherfucker," you feel me? And, but, every once in a while I get confused on the word. They'd be like, "Man, just say it in Spanish." I'm like, "Why don't you fucking learn English?" You know what I mean? So I thought, I can't fucking hold a flashlight, you can't speak English, you know what I mean? I gotta get him back every once in a while. I fucked that up. That wasn't as smooth as I wanted.
Take two. Eddie, do it again, Eddie.
Rewind that shit.
Back it up. Here we go. Like it's never happened.
That was horrendous.
Do it again. One more time, Cruz.
No, but what else can I talk about? It's January 31st, fellas, or folks. Not just guys up in here. Not just guys up in here. Listen, it's already February's about to happen. You guys ready for Valentine's Day?
No.
I'm not. Carol, what do you mean? You're a woman. You're supposed to get wine and dine in '69. You feel me?
You're supposed to.
You're supposed to. Then what happens? You know
what they say about shit in one hand and open the other.
Oh, hey, listen, Carol. No, but I mean, this winter breeze is escaping us. The summer heat's gonna come soon enough. I fucking hate that shit. It's hot as fuck outside. I work outside. It's tough. My balls are sweaty. I get swamp ass. I'm not ready for that. I remember last summer I was driving and I saw a car accident. And it wasn't a crazy car, it was a little fender bender, But it's so fucking hot outside that no one got out to check. They were just like, fuck it. And they just kept going, It's like, I get that. I get it. It's tough out here. Let's see. One time I accidentally picked up a prostitute.
Yeah.
Raven, you've heard this before, why are you laughing so hard?
It came out of nowhere.
Hey, listen, my segues, they are primo shit. No, but I accidentally picked up a prostitute. I'm gonna tell you guys, because I've never seen you guys here before. So I picked up a prostitute one time, right? On 67th and Glendale, there's a quick trip right there. John Henry knows it. John Henry knows it. There's a quick trip out there on 6-7, and my mom asked me to fill up her gas tank. I was like, of course I'll do. You know, it's late at night. It's scary out here for women. And so I did. I pulled up to pump number 1, never forget, right? And then out of nowhere, you know, Lady of the Night just comes. I had no idea she was Lady of the Night. She wasn't dressed like a Lady of the Night that I know. The only experience I've had with prostitution up to that point was Grand Theft Auto. You know what I mean? Where I do what I gotta do, kill the bitch, get my money. You feel me? Easy as that. 1, 2, 3. You feel me? If there's anything I learned in America, is capitalism always rules. You know what I mean? But so she asked me, she's like, "Sir, can you give me a ride home?" And I was like, "You know, chivalry's not there. Not in this household. You feel me? My parents taught me, right?" I was like, "Of course, I'll give you a ride home." It just happened to be on the way home. We don't even leave her fucking parking lot yet. She's asking all these questions. She's like, "Are you single? Are you married?" My dumb ass thinks it's small talk. She's like, and I'm repeating everything. I'm like, "Are you single? Are you married?" Of course she's not. So we fucking finally leave the gas station, and I'm afraid to admit that it wasn't until this point of the drive that I had to question who was in the passenger seat, right? Because I look over, I feel her staring at me. I look over and her titty's out, right? Now, my man, right? What would you do in that situation? She sees me see the titty. What would you do? What the? My dumb ass was in that situation. And no, it wasn't on purpose. So I grabbed her titty, right? It was a free titty grab. The next one was gonna be 50 cents. I just had an idea. And so then the rest of the drive, she's giving me this sob story about how her mom's dying or some shit. I wasn't really listening because her titty was out. And I was glancing every 10 seconds. Quick peeks. And we finally get to the destination. She's like, "So are you willing to do, are you willing to pay me for sexual acts?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" My dumb ass, right? She's like, "Are you willing to pay me if I give you if I suck your dick?" And I swear to God, man, I was raised Catholic. I'm a good boy, Out of curiosity, I was like, "Name your prices." Now keep in mind, I had just filled the gas tank in my mom's car, right? And she was like, "I'll give you like 70. I'll pay you, or you'll pay me $70 for head." And I was like, $70? I was like, hell no. And so I kicked the bitch out and I left, right? And as I busted a U-turn to go home, she's like, "Can you at least buy me a pack of cigarettes?" I was like, "That shit's bad for you." And I fucking peeled off. And I get home, and my dad says the exact same thing you said. He's like, "That wasn't no fucking accident, you dumbass." And I was like, "But Dad, I held the light." I'm trying to make it work, and it's not working. The whole light thing is not working. But no, but seriously, I told my dad about it, and he was like, "What the fuck's wrong with you, fucking idiot?" And then when my mom went to bed, he was like, "Why can't that happen to me?" And I'm like, "What? What? You fucking old man? Old man, every morning. Nah, that's weird." Anyway, let's get this fucking show started, you feel me? That's been my time. Let's see, who's the first fucking Comic Con tonight? It's fucking, I took a picture of it right here. It's, fucking Thomas Lee Eskin. What is it? That's my boy right here, handsome black man. That's what I'm talking about.
What is it, Eskin?
You say my last name, sir? It is Eskin. Eskin. Real simple. What's your name? Sean, right? That's what they say. Alright guys, how we doing today? We all good? Alright, so trying to think of some jokes today. This is gonna be fun, I realize, I've been going through some things and I've been noticing that I have a really addictive personality. Like, I'm addicted to a lot of stuff. Like, I'm an alcoholic. Any alcoholics in here? I'm I'm an alcoholic. I don't drink anymore, but, I was a great alcoholic. I don't say I got sober. I say that I retired. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm like the Kobe Bryant of liquor. Every night wasn't the greatest night, but I took the most shots. I was living my life. I was at work. I used to bring, liquor in my work vest to work. You know what I mean? In the side. My bosses knew. I told them about it. They wanted to fire me, but then they saw my numbers and what I was doing at work, and they just kind of let it slide. They figured, I guess the productivity
outweighed the liabilities. You know what I mean? So they let me do what I was doing. But one day, I dropped a bottle in the middle of the parking lot. Everybody saw it. It was a big thing, so I ran back inside, and I went and got me a straw. You know what I'm saying? I went to go drink on the rocks. That's why I told him. But yeah, I got an addictive personality. I smoke a lot of weed. You know, I knew you was gonna cheer for that. Damn. So I didn't get to the D part. Just weed. Yeah, that's you. Yeah. I smoke a lot of weed. I don't smoke weed with people though. I don't smoke weed with people. I got a lot of single friends. I'm a single guy. I got a lot of single friends, and some of my single friends really be fucking. You know, like one of my friends was talking to me. He was like, "Man, I fuck so many girls. I don't even discriminate any race, anything. Like I done messed with so many women. I can eat pussy blindfolded and taste the ethnicity." I was like, "Yo, bro, that's gross." You know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot. You know that your palates taste of black and white. Yo, this guy's out here just Cambodian. Oh, that one didn't land. It's all right. But I say that to say this is why I don't smoke weed with people. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to pass my weed to the world's pussy mouth out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if this guy brushes his teeth or nothing, you know? I don't even know if they use Colgate. All right, that one didn't land, but we're moving on. We are moving on. Yeah, I got addictive personality. I watch a lot of porn. You know, I'm just going to stay on the topic. We're just gonna keep it going. Now, some people say it's an addiction. I don't say it's an addiction, but I also drive Uber, you know, and my background music in the Uber is Pornhub. You know what I mean? Now, some might call that an addiction, but I call that a 5-star service. You know what I mean? A 5-star service, you can't get that nowhere else. Like everybody else listen like Drake or Ed Sheeran, you come into my Uber and you just listening and cheeks clapping for 30 minutes. All right, these ain't working either. All right, what it says. How's everybody doing? All right, here we go. You guys, you doing good? You haven't laughed yet. I saw it. What's the topic that's on your mind, sir? What, you're holding it in? That's not healthy, man. You gotta exercise that, my God. What's the topic of the day? What's on your mind?
What's on my mind?
What's on your mind?
Transgenders in sports.
Transgenders in sports. Okay, so this guy's clearly trying to get me canceled. All right? Yo, you gotta understand the situation, sir. Like, I got a live stream right here. What can be said will be held against me. Anyway, all right, so transgenders in sports. Okay. Now I'm like, yeah, good luck. I'm gonna need that one. All right. You guys ever see Serena Williams play tennis? Have you guys ever seen Serena Williams play tennis? There are certain things where I have to question. Like, my base instinct is to say that, like, if you're transgender, you should not be able to play in a sport. But then I see Serena Williams flexed up, mad over a fall, and smash her tennis court. And as a grown man, I'm like, stay away. Look, like if I dated Serena Williams, I'm getting foot massages all day. Like all I'm saying is you might need to be a grown man to beat Serena Williams. You need to do something. That was my take.
Nice.
Thank you, man. You see that? That was there you go. We out here trying to save the day. You know what I mean? So, let me try another bullshit joke that's not gonna work. So I went and got coffee the other day. You ever go get a coffee and they give you the wrong coffee? You ever have that happen? Like, I was pissed off, man. Like, this coffee had like 14 sugars in it as a small, and it had oat milk. All right, now I know I have a lot of jokes about oat milk, but I've learned through Arizona's history that you guys all like oat milk in here. All right, and I'm not gonna lose my damn crowd over oat milk. But it was really bad. Alright, it gets quiet as fuck, man. I'm telling you, like, I might as well just freestyle the rest of it. I can't even get to a present.
Talking about oat milk. Oh, by the way, heads up, just so you know, it's Ed Sheeran, not Ed Sheeran. When you said Ed Sheeran, you made people laugh. It's Ed Sheeran.
Hey, bro, I don't live in Britain. I don't know this. Like, I'm from Jersey, man. Like, that's how it spells. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just helping.
That's how it goes, man. That's the thug name. It's Ed Sheeran.
I'm
To the
just
hood. To the hood. You know what I'm saying? How much time do I have left? Can we go over that? Damn.
Don't get mad at me. You're the one that wanted to be on the show, motherfucker. All of a sudden, how much time?
I wanted to be on the show when I was doing great. I was on the plan. I was like, damn, I don't know.
This is the best thing. Everyone's like, man, I'm fucking killing it. And then they come to Tickle Your Bone and they go, shit, all those other fucking shows, I was not really that funny, I guess.
Everybody has a cold day, you know what I'm saying?
I don't want to bust balls, but we know this show is legit. Come on, folks, I'm kidding. Hey, listen. Thomas, what are you talking? You're killing. This place loves you. You have, right now, if you were going to do 7 minutes, you've got 40 seconds left.
40 seconds left. All right. So what sobered me up? Because I told you guys I was an alcoholic. I moved from New Jersey to Arizona. So I moved from a no-gun state to an open carry state. You guys sobered me up real quick. All right. I'm telling you, I was an asshole in Jersey. You can kind of hear by how I'm talking. I was an asshole in Jersey. In Arizona, you guys turned me to a model citizen. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I donate to the homeless and everything. I done walked into way too many guns at a Waffle House. You know what I'm saying? Guns and Jamba Juice. Y'all gotta be strapped and squeezed out here. Alright, that's my 40 seconds. That was one joke I wrote. Actually hurt. Appreciate y'all for coming out. Sean, my man, thank you.
Hey, keep that shit off. Thomas, my boy right there. He was talking about being addicted to porn. I saw Dan just fucking go. It wasn't even like a private. It was a very shameful clap that I saw from Dan. Well, I get it, Dan. You know, like, he's not even here. He's probably gonna go beat off in the restroom. I don't know. Addiction, man. You gotta beat it. You know what I mean? Some people are addicted to fucking alcohol. Some people are addicted to drinking the shit. You feel me? You can get up in there. Anyway, get fucking excited for the next comic, Oscar Hernandez. Where the fuck are you, my boy? There you fucking are.
Keep that energy going. All right, now settle down. You two in the back, settle down. Did you guys sign your waivers? You're gonna need it tonight. All right, let's start with some basic stretches. We're gonna shake it out. All right, now shake it in. Alright, good. So everybody's working. Alright, now repeat these positive affirmations after me. I will laugh at everything.
I will laugh at everything.
I can laugh at everything.
I can laugh at everything.
I better laugh at everything.
I better laugh at everything.
I'm glad you all see eye to eye. Alright, I'm going to give you guys a few seconds to catch your breath, grab some water and shower, and we'll meet back here in about 25. How's that sound? Great. Alright. Okay, for my first joke, I think this is going to be very funny. I think it's going to be very funny not. I think it's going to be very funny. I think it's going to be very funny not. I think it's going to be very funny. Thank you. Alright, I just want to ask you guys a question before I get started here. A little embarrassed to ask this, but can I have your autographs? I have this paper and pen here. If you could just write your autograph and pass it along. I don't know, I just have a very strong feeling this is going to be a great crowd one day. I can see it in your eyes. Star potential. Alright, let's listen to some music. How's that sound? This first piece is actually a very famous cover. Probably all recognize it, and I'm gonna use the Tibetan singing bowl to play it. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the Tibetan singing bowl. Okay, here we go. Woo!
I can hear it.
Sing, damn it! I don't know what's going on with this one. Maybe the batteries are dead. For my backup next piece, I brought the harmonica, or as I like to call it, the COVID pistol. All right, everybody, get back! Just kidding. All right, this is another original piece, and I wrote this one on my way to work this morning. And it goes like this. Get the fuck out of the way, asshole! Now your turn. Wonderful. All right. Now for my last piece. This one's actually very personal to me. I'm really excited to play it for you. Now, before I open up the case here, I just want to let you all know that my little friend suffers from a rare genetic condition called guitar dwarfism. So please do not use the U word around him. Thank you for understanding. Oh, God. I need a doctor! Someone call a doctor! Oh, shit. It's something I can do, I don't know, it's not breathing. Oh, God, he's not breathing. Somebody help! Somebody help! He's gone.
Adam.
No, he's gone. Does anyone else need tissue? I don't know if I can go on any longer, folks. So. Maybe next week.
I think the weirdest part about his set was the fact that the mic was taller than him. You know what I mean? He never once adjusted it, so it was like this. What are you doing, my guy? What are you doing? Mike, how you doing? That was the weirdest part, right? The fact that Mike was up here and he was down here. That's why we couldn't hear him. He was so quiet.
He gave CPR to a
Hey, listen, I don't know what the fuck you were doing. Mike, how you doing?
That was normal.
That was normal. Anyway, Mike, stop distracting. Gosh, up next we got the very handsome Playboy Rayboi Mitchell.
He called me handsome. Like, you want some big guy for this show? Don't flirt, goddamn. I'm single and lonely. I might take you up. I just have to say, sir, I saw you in the back, and you look like you have an amazing craft beer recipe and or crystal meth recipe. Cooking
something in that house. They coming. I saw Breaking Bad. Your childhood wasn't lit if the light bill was in your name. A lot of white people don't get it. That's the struggle. Your childhood wasn't lit if your name was Helen Keller.
Goddamn!
When I wrote that joke, I realized we need more new famous blind people. What happened to the talented blind person? Like, they don't make them blind and talented anymore? I don't know. Black History Month starts tomorrow.
Woo!
Thank you. And in honor of Black History Month, I came up with a list of things white people need to do during the month of February. Or not do. Number one, white people. Stop getting mad at black people for talking at the movie theaters. Because why the fuck is you going upstairs and the killer's chasing you, bitch? Run outside. I just need to know. I'm trying to save it. Something else. This is something I need white people to do. I want white people to go back to, like, you know, locking your doors and clutching your purse's tighter when I walk past. I don't know, but somewhere along the road, black people, we lost the intimidation factor. And I think we need it back. We need it back. I mean Central Park 5 intimidation factor. Like, when every black guy looks alike, I need that intimidation factor back. That's for February. After that, you can go back to not being afraid anymore. One more thing, white people. If any black person owes you money during February, don't ask for that shit. Don't ask for that shit. She's like, no, Tyrell, I need my fucking $40, Tyrell. I'm not waiting till March. Give me my fucking money. Whoever's going to change the world, it's going to happen right after an orgasm. Right after an orgasm. I don't know if it's just me, but is anybody else enthusiastic as fuck after an orgasm? No? Only me? Okay. I thought it would be like, after an orgasm, I want to be the best person. I just want to be the best me. Like, usually after an orgasm, I feel like my wife should be here somewhere. Like, I wish my wife was here. I should be a better person. I'm gonna go home and be a better me. I say that because I feel like depending on the sex you are, like after orgasm, we become who we really are. Like men, do y'all know that like right after orgasm, why do you think we always want to eat and go to sleep? That's what we really are. We just animals. We just want to eat and sleep. And ladies, why do you guys think like right after an orgasm you guys want to ask the stupidest questions in the world? Right after an orgasm. I'm sorry, I'm just like, I'm that type of comic. I pick one group of people before every set and just real on. I love you guys. I love you guys. Carol, I love you, Carol. But like really, like women, you guys ask stupid questions after orgasm. I have to say it. Like after the orgasm, you always ask, "What are we? What are we?" Like, bitch, I just paid you $50 for head. We're criminals right now. Once you get on my car, I'm gonna be a committed husband again. My man acted like he accidentally picked up a hooker. All hookers don't look alike. Y'all was on the whole show. I said the whole that she accidentally got in my car. Come on, bro. Be proud of it. I like it. I like hookers. Shit. It's a free transaction. I give her the money, she gives me the STD. That's a free transaction. Y'all was really bad prostitutes. Y'all didn't like that. Like, they didn't like that shit. That's what happens when you fuck up these guys. I'm sorry.
Shame sex workers.
Oh, I'm sorry. What? McCarthy.
We support sex workers.
But we do. I pay sex workers tuitions, light bills. I got Simple F for sex workers' kids. Okay, now that we found out that we're sponsored by Living Spaces and sex workers, I didn't know that. How is sex working cool when human trafficking is not cool? I don't get it. Now, I'm not saying one of them should be cool. I just think none of it should be cool. Should it be like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, that's going nowhere. Let me steal one of Thomas Eskin's things. Somebody throw out a random topic.
Oh, police killing people's exes.
Wow.
Yeah, they're not just killing them because they're black anymore.
Thank you to light. Thank you, Sean. I needed a white man to save me right before the Black History Month. I needed that, Sean. The gingerbread Gaffieri came with the fucking police killing people. Right before Black History Month. That sucks. But before I get out of here, if any police want to kill my ex-girlfriend, my name is Rayboi Mitchelll, but I'm hosting the
Hey, keep going fucking Rayboi Mitchelll right there. Post nut there, the weirdest post nut there. I don't know what kind of post nut there that he hits. You know, after I orgasm, I just feel shame. You know, I don't want to live anymore. You know, I'm like, what is the point of my existence? But he's like, I want to be a good person. Baloney. Also, what kind of fucking prostitute is he picking up? $50 for a head? That's a fucking deal. You know? But anyway, the next comic coming up, he's the fucking gangster. My second favorite Jew behind Jesus Christ. I love this guy so much. Keep it going for the great Sean McCarthy.
Here for Mr. Eduardo Cruz. Y Pedro Eduardo es niño Rodrigo. Dos judeos entraron en el bar y capeo. Eddie Cruz, let's hear for that cat right there. That's amazing. Thank you. Thank you for hosting. Thank you. My name is Sean. Thank you. It's good to be here. How you doing, buddy? Let's hear for this guy. Just sat down. Don't make fun of him, anybody. He's cool, and he's probably friends with this guy. This guy is our Golden Platinum member, Mr. Michael Tesfaye. Yeah! Got announcements. Do me seconds, something I see. Hey, thank you for coming out, and I properly bowed. My mother would always tell me to bow. My mother was a very famous entertainer. She performed all over the valley back in the 80s. She worked at Bourbon Street, Highlighters, and she was also the last female on the main stage at the Alaska Bush Company when the federal alleys raided the establishment. But she bowed like a lady when she was done with herself. This guy was there. I wrote that. Thank you so much. It's wonderful to be here. I wrote notes because I literally, I'm not going to have any kind of memory tonight at all. And I have to work out some jokes for this very important set I'm doing at a place called my mom's house. I did just get back from a huge festival in South America, a huge comedy festival, the Jim Jonestown Comedy Festival. I fucking killed them. I murdered them all. True story. I did play all. This is Tickle Your Boat Weekly Comedy Festival. There's no other weekly comedy festivals, but I do play. I'm here all the time, but on my time off, I fly all over the country and I play all the biggest festivals. I'm kind of a big fucking deal. I just got back from the 9/11 festival. I fucking leveled them, guys. I'm a big deal. I wasn't even at the Tower 7 festival, and I leveled them too. That's called a conspiracy joke. The government, they're taking our money. They weren't even there. Who took down the towers? What happened? I was at the Oklahoma Comedy Festival, and I bombed. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be here all week. Thank you very much. Try the veal. Everybody have fun tonight. Everybody wang chunk tonight. That's how you get away with a shitty joke. I don't have a catchphrase. I have a catch song. Two Jews walked into a bar and bought it. Everybody had fun tonight. By the way, I don't know why that when this fucking show starts, for some reason, some ass fuck at the bar has to hear fucking George Jones. And then fucking, don't press the judge. I walked out there, I go, who's playing this shit? And they all looked at me like, not me. One of you is. They acted like it wasn't them. I told the bartender to turn it down, so sorry about that. It's very distracting to me. It's very random too that somebody is like, you know, when you're sitting in a bar and you're like, oh, there's a jukebox, and like the cocaine hit, and you're like thinking about something, you're like, oh, I gotta hear fucking George Jones right now. Remind me of my mom. You're like, what is wrong with you, dude? Lay off the meth. That's that guy at the bar right there. And they're scary people out there. But I'm glad they're here. And boom, there you go. Okay, so focus. This is the deal. The Super Bowl's here. Woo! Yeah. Fucking football. Anyway, I like football players. I appreciate the sport. I basically hate the league. I think they're crazy, and I don't like Roger Goodell. And I think he's just an idiot and he gets paid too much money. But this is the only thing that the NFL as a league does that's kind of cool. And I found it out in a surprising way. It's because I was watching the Super Bowl one year. And as soon as they did the Super Bowl, it was like the first time ever. They had like shirts that was like Super Bowl winning. I was like, how did they fucking know that the fucking Steelers were gonna win the Super Bowl? How did they know that? And I was like, well, they must make jerseys for both teams. They must make shirts for both teams. And then I found out if you Google it, that's what they do. They make fucking gear for both teams. And so as soon as the winner wins, that's when they roll out that gear to sell it. And the shit that, of course, you know, the loser team gets boxed up, and they don't just get rid of it. The cool thing that the NFL does is they donate it, but they donate it to like impoverished countries and places where like a tsunami hit, and so yeah, so they're wearing like the loser gear. But there's a country I looked up. You can look where it goes. There's a country called Burundi. Fucking Burundi is the poorest country in the world for 20 years. Fucking 100. Forever. Burundi is the poorest country ever. They're like just poorest country ever. Those poor bastards literally think the Buffalo Bills won 4 Super Bowls back to back. They have no idea. They're walking around, click, clack, click, clack, ah! Jim Kelly, MVP, they have no fucking idea. People from Burundi come to America and they're like, oh, Buffalo Bill, what? It's horrifying. No food, no winter. So it's exciting to see where that shit goes. So Burundi. So yeah, there you go. And besides that, the NFL's crazy and they're on drugs. Which is good, because I don't know if you guys ever taken Toradol. That stuff will take pain away and inflammation instantly. They use it in the locker rooms. Sometimes mushrooms. Toradol, you know what that is? Toradol's the shit. I got some Mexican Toradol. I didn't even know it. I got stabbed at lunch today. I didn't even know it happened. But the thing is, you don't get high. It just takes inflammation down. It makes the aches go away. Like Toradol makes you feel like you're 13 again. You're like, I'll walk that off, dude. Like a little car, like a Kia bumped it. Yeah, I walked it off. I was like, whatever, dude. I'm on Toradol. Oh, there you go. So the Village People almost got canceled because they were playing a real music festival in like North Dakota on the Native American lands, and people were like, we should not support this group. That guy's wearing a headdress and he's not a Native American. Turns out the lead singer of the Village People is Puerto Rican and like Cherokee. So he's legit. He can rock the fucking feathers. And they're like, oh cool, well then we'll let him play. What nobody gave a fuck about, that policeman, not a real policeman, construction guy, not a real construction guy, fucking military guy, stolen valor, they didn't give a fuck about that. Bullshit, bro. Support the troops, bro. Yeah, I like when people say that, support the troops. Like, you're fucking, of course they support the troops, but it's so blind. I hate when people see, like, oh, well, thank you for your service. I'm like, don't blind thank this guy. Find out what the fuck he did. Like, be specific. I did a show at VF. Yeah, it makes me mad. I did a show at a VFW hall, and everybody's like, I just want to thank the troops. Thank you guys. I'm like, that's so lame. Like, thank you for. So I walked out and I was like, hey guys, I just want to say, being a Jew, thanks. You kicked Hitler's ass. I specifically want to thank you guys who did that. Like, I was very specific in my thanking of the troops. Meanwhile, there was no fucking veterans from the fucking World War II. They're all dead. So there's a bunch of guys like, hey, we free hookers in Vietnam. I'm like, same thing. Thanks, guys. But the point is be specific, that's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying you should shit on the troops, but if you were going to shit on the troops, it's hard to shit on the troops, because you can't just say, oh, fuck that guy, he's in the Marines. But you know you can shit on? Those fucking, the veterans of domestic wars, like people in the Civil War. You could be, hey, how about those jackasses? Couldn't even shoot straight, am I right? What's up with that musket and cannonball, fuckface? Get a doctor. Bunch of Civil War vets in the crowd, bro. I lost it on that one, bro. Civil War, bro. Fucking Civil War vets, dude. You can't fuck with the troops. This is horrible. I never read notes, but I have to practice a few things. And I rarely do a set. And Jeffrey Wiles is here, and I want to show him how good I am. Even when I'm high as fuck, Jeffrey. I did accidentally take 300 to 400 milligrams of RSO. This is the point. Give me a few more minutes. He might be on mushrooms, but I feel like I am. Listen, focus. Everybody have fun tonight. My wife got mad because I was peeing in the shower. I didn't know she was in there. Everybody. I was gonna say. I know that it's a sensitive topic. People, everybody wants to identify as something these days, and everybody feels very unique, and they want to let you know how they identify. And I love all of that. But I just want to say, I just think everyone's a human, and I just we should keep it simple and say, hi, I'm a human. You're a human. We just want love. Everybody just wants to fucking have one and sort of live. Because it gets confusing with everybody's identifying, and I don't know what I'm just like, you're a human, man. Stop. I'm confused. And I'm like, if you really want to identify as anything, to be clever. Don't just be some fucking pronoun or a letter. Be clever. Like I fucking decide, you know what I'm gonna identify as? I'm not just Sean, not just me. You know, I'm gonna identify as a 9-year-old because I played on a shitty Little League team and I want to go back and hit like 900 hill runs. I just want to be that dick. I want to show him, go, yeah, no, I'm 9. I identify as 9. I'll sue you. That's rude. I'm 9. It's big for a 9-year-old, I know! But then I'm clever because I'd be fluid, because I'd be like, after the game, I'm like, yeah, I'm 54 again, I'm gonna bang your mom now. Because I identify as a 9-year-old. I love Michael Testify so much. John Henry's here, by the way, folks. We started the show. Oh, cool. I'm ready to abortion's a hot button topic, and I just want to say still, I think it's fucking horrible that people that aren't a woman are telling fucking people what they should do with their body, and I just want to say, I stand with women, and if you're gonna fucking want the opinion of something that deals with a woman, find the #1 woman in the world and ask her opinion, and I did, and Caitlyn Jenner said, what the fuck are you talking about? Is this thing on? I said, Caitlyn Jenner. She's #1, guys. And that's it. Last thing, poor Kanye West is losing his mind. And it's sad to watch someone fall down, but I would just like to say that as a human and someone that is a half a Jew, and like my mom used to say, Sean, you can't just hate a whole race of people because one person does something bad. And I was like, okay, I get that, Mom, as a child. And then Kanye West, like, has the meltdown a couple weeks ago, and then he's like, yeah, and fucking Jews, and he just went on a shit tirade about Jews. And I was like, well, that's kind of bad. And he's like, and Hitler wasn't bad, he was cool. And I'm like, what the fuck, Kanye, are you doing? And it's just hard to hear that without going, Kanye, you can't hate all Jews. I'm sure there's one specific fucking Jew that fucked you up. I'm pretty sure there's a guy like named Jaime Rabinowitz that probably took a lot of your money, fucking swindled you, and guess what? He was a Jew. Happens to, there's one in every fucking race, color, and creed. And instead of you being cool and hipping everybody, be like, oh yeah, by the way, Jaime Rabinowitz stole my fucking money. You didn't do that. You threw all Jews under the bus because you were hurt. Because Kim sucking Pete's dick. I'm an asshole now, but you can't hate all people. Just tell us who the bad Jew was that touched your money. And let's move into the good light. Let's get a sweet yarmulke. Or what do you get when you cut 100 bras in half? 200 yarmulkes with chin straps. L'chaim, second joke I ever told as a kid. Jaime Rabinowitz. Jaime. I was got that broken jaw. Alright, I think I did a few things I was supposed to do. Dan Johnson's here. Who's this guy? He part of the crew. I don't know. He's with somebody else.
That's Joe Rose, baby.
Joe.
Joe Rose.
It's a new guy in the crew. His name is Joe. All right, guys. I'm just really doing whatever I want. I did that, and I did that, and I did that. That was better than that. Everybody have fun tonight. That's gonna be huge one day. That's gonna kill. That fucking everybody. They gotta work over and just do like a whole show, just like, hey, you guys are like a toilet brush. I went back to fucking paper. My ass is raw. Everybody. This is why drugs are illegal. I like drugs. I don't mind taking drugs. I think everybody should experiment with drugs. Find out who you are. Look in your soul. Realize we're all connected as one. There's a bigger place. Sometimes take mushrooms. Sometimes look in your soul. Sometimes take a lot of fucking pop, brownie, smoke, weed, whatever. Do every drug twice just to make sure you did it right. That's my rule. Sometimes you fuck it up. But this is why every drug is legal. And it's cool that some things are being made legal now. But at the turn of the century, old, rich, fucking white douchebag men who fucking probably couldn't get laid, started a bunch of propaganda about every fucking brown-colored person to just fucking incarcerate them and ruin their life by saying things like, if you smoke marijuana, if Mexicans smoke marijuana, they'll rape white women. If black men snort cocaine, they'll rape white women. If fucking Chinese men smoke opium, they'll rape white women. It just goes down. Listen, they literally fucking talk shit about some of the greatest drugs ever. Opium? Opium den? Oh my God, you can smoke opium in a den and just hang out? And have noodles with fucking chingwa? Come on! How is that bad? Cocaine? You ever had cocaine when you're drunk? I can get home. We're in Cleveland. I don't live here, but we got there. That's great! Everyone talks about the bad things. There's good things to all drugs. And they will fuck anybody with a pocket full of drugs. Oh my God! Oh my God! If E.T. showed up, you got some Baba dust, I'll suck your finger. Blow home! So stupid. I went, blow home. It's so happy. This is my new tracksuit jacket I bought on sale because I'm a Jew. I don't pay retail. It has a matching shirt that I got sent with you. Thank you very much. I love my mother, and I just want to say thank you very much for coming out. You're wonderful. There's like 4 more comics. It's going to be amazing. Cierra, Durrell, and Jeffrey Wiles. Thank you for listening to me. And Eddie Cruz, thank you for hosting.
Sean McCarthy, I think you mentioned early on in the 20-minute set that his mom's working at the highlighter, that's why he's dressed like a highlighter. That's a Carol joke. Carol told me that joke, guys. My thing was, he was talking about the village people not being who they were. Just for this joke, I did a little research. I googled the village people. The electrician, or the fucking, I fucked it up. The construction worker doesn't wear fucking gloves, so he's not gay. But he's an electrician, so he is gay. Hey now, construction joke. The positive and negative equals the negative. That's a math joke. I fucked it up. Anyway, keep it going. All this excitement and fun and laughter for your next comic. The very funny, the very talented fucking Durrell Johnson. I don't know where Scott came from.
Fucked up. Remember last time you here? We got you all fucked up. Kept buying him drinks and made him shotgun a beer. We made him shotgun an entire beer throughout his entire set. And we got to like number 3. He's like, guys, I can't drink anymore. We were like, we turned into a party. It was a great time. Doing a great job, man. You got a lot of fun hosting here at the house that John Henry built. He didn't make it easy. You gotta be good here. John used to watch people start and quit comedy in one night. Sean came along and do better, comedied it up. You know. Jesus Christ! Got everybody feeling themselves, feeling okay. This guy. Where's my guy? There he is. You're lucky you didn't start. You're lucky you didn't start here, buddy. Your ass would be right out there on the other side of the curtain. Where they're shooting pool right now. And trying to play country or rock or whatever. And don't want to hear your weed and pussy jokes. Cut your teeth on that instead of spending $100 a month at a comedy school. Come on out here and tell some jokes to the guys that are trying to do coke in those bathroom stalls right now. That men's restroom here, by the way, in like 12 years, that place has never gotten better. The biggest improvement is that they put a door in the stall. There used to just be a curtain up there. So they just pull a curtain over. And there were guys that take shit in the Brigett's bar. I'm like, man, look, you gotta really take a shit. You gotta really go. If you gotta get in this place, you can go to Jack in the Box right across the street and shop. Around the corner, there's a dumpster right behind there. Insanity. I love that we have Little Raven, and Tesfa here. All in the same place. These are 3 generations of Russell Wilson if you marry that. I'll get a picture with all 3 of you guys. This is Russell Wilson's multiverse right here. Oh man, it's amazing. It's amazing. Your laugh has been quieter than his. I feel like because you guys are in here competing, like, oh, motherfuckers laughing louder than me. You heard the loud laugh. You were the one. And all the YouTube videos. And then last year, all of a sudden, you hear, here we are. You guys are Little Raven. You've got a future. You've got hope. That not all interracial marriages result in this. Your dad's great. You're great. You guys are awesome. Get your white girls white. Get them right though. This is a lesson, Little Raven. Date a white girl, get her right. You know how you can tell? I give it a little hint. Okay. Your boy been around the block a little bit. Equal opportunity employer. Okay? Hug a white girl, and if you pull away, and it looks like somebody smacked you with pancake mix, and you just got that white girl, you can't get her. She's a low-class white girl. She can't even get foundation that doesn't rub off on your black skin, okay? You gotta get you a Carol, too, you know? Get you somebody that can be seen in the dark. You're the only person I can see with this light in my face, Carol. It's fantastic. The less melon in the bin. No, I'm kidding. I'll leave Little Raven alone. It's great, man. I was watching the news over the week. I was trying not to watch that video, that cops, I should say, that killed that brother out there. I tried to ignore so much of it that I didn't even know the cops were black until I turned on and I finally saw that they were all being reprimanded now, and I was like, ah, oh, god damn it. Now nothing's gonna change. We know these guys are going to jail. They're gonna get executed. Ain't get no pension. All 5 of them niggas about to die right now. And no one in Black America is happy about it. It defeats the purpose, okay? Now this is controversial on the eve of Black History Month, but when George Floyd died, companies were changing policies like black people just came out. It's a wonderful time for us. There was some privilege there. They were putting all the commercials on. Discovery Card cares about black businesses. Discovery business. We had 2 black quarterbacks getting ready to face off in the Super Bowl, you know? And now it's all overshadowed by these other things. My favorite part was when black people were trying to tell everybody what things we wanted changed. Because white America was like, what things would you like to see? And everybody said, well, let's listen to a black person now. We've been telling you for 35 years, quit fucking killing us, all right? Ice Cube and NWA been telling us some shit. Stop killing us. There's nothing else. Now, me personally, just treat us like the mass shooters, right? We would like some Burger King on the way to jail. Maybe a phone call or a Facebook update, let people know we're all right, but come on now. Get with the times here. But instead, what did we get? We're going to take Aunt Jemima off the syrup bottle. That'll make them happy. Like, come on. I ain't give a fuck about that. They could have Kunta Kinte in that syrup bottle. And no one would have thought twice because it's syrup, all right? Who cares if Aunt Jemima was a slave? Her family was getting that money. Now that Pearl Mill Company, whatever the fuck, Mormon Company took that over. God. I was rooting for Cracker Kyle's, sort of. Not me personally, but they weren't ready for that one. You know my favorite racial slur for white people? Peckerwood. Let me bring that back this year. Keep that in the back of your mind. I'll write that into a joke for this year. I'm gonna keep that one fresh. Bring it Peckerwood back. You know my favorite racial slur for black people? No, I'm kidding. Raven will use it, and it'll be over with. You'll never get back to stir crazy again. That N-word junk is enough already. Oh, man. What else is going on in the world? Let's see. I wrote some jokes tonight because most of you guys have seen me before. You're tired of hearing my... Oh, here's a good idea. So, I thought about a business idea because Magic Johnson, I found out Magic Johnson owns like a shit ton of Starbucks coffees out, like in LA and like Southwest area, whatever. And I was like, it's a wonderful investment. It's a low key, it's a quiet thing, but it's all about the marketing. People buy Starbucks and they're usually just paying for the mermaid on the cup. So I thought of this idea about BBC, Big Bold Coffee. And the concept of it is exactly what you're thinking. All sizes start at large to Mandingo, okay? This is so stupid. This is so stupid. Though, you gotta use two hands to hold the cups, ladies. If you're of mixed race, we have a blended drink menu. A couple of you John Legends and Drakes in here, not quite sure which side you want to spot. We got blended drinks up there. For black people that understand the reference, we got the Kevin Samuel. He knows what I'm talking about. My man in there! Come on now. He knows. You don't know, Kevin Samuel's probably the most...
R.I.P.
Alright, man. That brother hated women more than anybody. He got famous for talking shit about black women specifically, but women in general. And yeah, ironically enough, he died of cardiac arrest by having a woman on top of him. She was having sex with him, he died of cardiac arrest. So, hey, he preached what he said. Hey. Died doing what he loved. The BBC coffee will also have Obama's face on every cup, just like the mermaid from Starbucks. But we can't have him be our spokesperson. We gotta have a white girl out there that's like, I love BBC coffee. My boyfriend doesn't like when I go. She's of course holding with two hands. Little Anna Kendrick type, just for you, Dan. Little Anna Kendrick type.
Oh yeah.
The little mousy ones. God bless him, that's right. Okay, let's see. What else do I want to tell you about? I get my 40 seconds here, like my man over here. You ain't laughing at shit, man. Fuck your Jewish.
I was gonna hate Durrell. I was gonna say, take your time. We have time. We got so much time.
No, I had 40 seconds. I'm just like him. Me and Tom's riding together, baby. Once that light comes out, 40 seconds. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I'll close out here with this. I went to, so for Thanksgiving last year, I went to visit my family in Wichita, Kansas. Yeah. Are you from Kansas, sir? Texas, okay. So you might get this. So it was interesting because I didn't know that they drank water right from the faucet out there. So my grandmother asked me if I wanted to drink. I was like, I'll just have some water. I couldn't smoke weed, fucking drink out there. These places were closed on Sundays. So she goes to the sink and just starts filling up this cup right out of the faucet. I was like, oh my God. I was freaking out. And then I remembered that only really in Arizona, our water's so bad here. Normal places you can drink it out of there, right? But it was different. But then I really started to think about how bad the water is in Arizona. This is the only state I've ever seen white people ashy. Oh shit! Right? Think about it. Oh shit! On a crazier note, this might be the only state where white people know what ashy is. from Arizona, but it's crazy to me. I was mind blowing. I'm like, God damn. All right, white folks. I'm with it. It's funny. Someone asked me recently if black people get sunburned. He's like, I don't want to sound like an idiot, but and then he asked me an idiotic question. I was like, yes, we are humans. We do get sunburned, but we get like a 10-minute head start. You know? Okay, let's close out on that. That was wonderful night.
Keep it going for Durrell Johnson. That's my guy. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep it brief. Here's your next comic of the night, the very funny Jeff Wild.
What's going on, Brigett? How we feeling tonight? We're learning lots tonight, I feel like. There's been a lot of things shared that I did not hear expressed into a public microphone. A lot of sex worker positivity, though. You gotta love that. We love the sex workers here. You know? For a long time, my platform was legalize medical prostitution, and I feel like that still stands to this day. I feel like we could legalize medical, and we'd be in a good place, you know? There's a phrase in this country that sex sells, sir. But meanwhile, if you get caught trying to buy something, that's when you really get fucked, you know what I mean? So I feel appropriate that we're in the right room for the talk. Love the ladies. I think they should be in charge of everything, honestly.
Yeah!
Everything, except their body, but everything else they should have, like missile codes and shit like that, you know what I mean? You guys sure stop laughing at that one quick! I'm glad to be in Arizona, man. I've been in New York for a while now. Did the whole pandemic out there, and the pandemic was a plague that came through the country. Arizona's not really with the shits on that one. I love visiting, like 2021. It was like a whole different world I came to visit. I was like, wait, I grew up out here, but you forget how different it is. Like Arizona's COVID policy, I don't know if you guys realize, but Arizona's COVID policy is the same exact policy you guys have for daylight savings. Yeah, just not doing it. Yeah, exactly. It's like the official policy, sir, is nah, we don't do that, yeah. It's been nice, man. New York it's been a wild time. Back in Arizona, just messing with the police, where you're still allowed. Arizona's like 2 arrests away from being a complete police state. I don't know if you guys realize that. I got in trouble recently for whispering at an officer. I didn't know that was, I guess it was allowed because he didn't write me a ticket, but he didn't like it. I was just in a corner like, psst. Psst, officer. He's like, what the fuck are you? It's not illegal, but stop that. I've been staying out of trouble. The last time I really got in trouble with the police was in Boston, actually. Has anyone ever been to Boston?
Yeah!
Couple people? Okay, yeah. You guys familiar with the BPD?
Yeah.
I was in Boston. I was there during the marathon bombing, like there at the park and everything, you know what I mean? And it was tense times for a long time. The story's not about that, but it's just setting the scene. This is like, this is like a week or 2 later. There's still like SWAT patrol in the area. There's a fucking tank in the park, you know what I mean? They're real deal about it. And I was catching a bus out to New York, and I had my little backpack on me, and I had an edible, I'm not gonna lie, and I was just kind of vibing, And then a little birdie, I'm in the bus station, waiting, sitting, a little birdie, whoop, lands, like flies and lands right in front of me. And I'm like a real Animal Planet kind of guy. I don't know if I give off that vibe, but I love me a David Attenborough documentary. Any kind of like animal, like, hey, this is how they fuck. I'm like, I love to know this stuff, And so this little birdie flies and lands in front of me, and I'm like, oh my God, this is a magical moment. And then I see him laying in front of a door, like a little push door. And he's looking at the door, he's looking at me, and I was like, holy shit. I had a moment, you know what I mean? I was like, this bird wants to get out of the place. You couldn't have landed in front of a better person, right? I was stoked, and I don't know if you've ever like approached an animal, but I was doing this like side, like, hey, we're cool, like side shuffle to the door. I get my hand on the door, and BPD descends from out of nowhere. It's like, "Foo!" Like, hand on the gun, like, don't move, put your hands up. And I was like, oh shit. I look at the door, there's like a giant do not open sign on the door. It said, don't even look at this door. It's like this door has like a list of rules that it has. It's got the guy with the circle slash, it's got the eyes, don't look at it, don't touch it, don't smell it. And I'm sitting there, and he's like, what are you doing, what are you doing? And I was like, there was a birdie. Obviously there was a little bird right here on the ground I was talking to. He's trying to help, but he's in here somewhere. And the cop obviously is like, you're high on methamphetamine, you know? And he's like, is that your bag? And I had left my bag in the area and I was like, it is. And he called for backup right away. They're searching the bag, and I'm like pleading my case, like, if you would just look, there's a birdie up there in the corner. And they're like going through my bag, and I had like the most embarrassing backpack you could have if you were an actual terrorist. I remember I had little Ziploc baggies of goldfish in little individual like fruit snack bags, you know what I mean? And the cop's going through it. This is in Bob. The cop's going through it. He's like, I don't know. I think this guy might be retarded. He said it like loud enough for me to hear. I was like all of a sudden defending my snacks. Like, hey, it's not illegal to have goldfish, officer. Some people really enjoy those salty treats. So that was the last time I got in trouble. They let me go. I was able to prove that I wasn't a terrorist by way of not trying to kill everybody in the room. Strange times though, you know? These days I'm just trying to navigate the dating scene. It's a wild one. He loves it. Loves the dating scene. Or just is super supportive of me trying to find somebody. Hey, you know what, dude? He's the fucking nicest guy in the room. Why don't you clap for me like he claps for me, dude? Why aren't you there for me? No, it's like... Yeah, I recently had the worst first date of my life in New York City. And ironically, it was with like one of the hottest women I've ever seen in my life, too. Isn't that the way it goes? I was so nervous, dude. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe, you know, we did the app thing, and I was like, I can't believe she's really gonna meet up with me. Like, I was thinking it was a catfish situation. She showed up, she was gorgeous and lovely. I was like, oh my God, you know? And I got my phone on the table, we're doing eye contact, because I'm trying to, you know, be charming, dude. You've been on a date? And for backstory, my mother was going through breast cancer at the time. She's fine now, you know what I mean? I don't mean to bummer everybody out. I wouldn't bring it up like this. But she's fine, like luckily we caught it early enough. Well, I say we, I didn't have anything to do with that process. I wasn't in there like, Mom, something feels different. Hold on a second. Why don't you pop that titty out on this table? We'll get to the bottom of this. No, I found out from afar. You know, the doctors found it early enough, they caught it. They were able to do the surgery needed. She got to keep her hair, she got to keep her eyebrows, even got to keep her titty. Pretty good. About his best case scenario, right? And I know that she kept her titty because she sent me a photo of it right after the surgery. She really freed the nip in the group chat, and I don't know what kind of chemical cocktail they put her under, where somebody felt the need to prove it, you know what I mean? But we believe you, Mom. Anyways, back to the date, okay? On the date with this chick, the hottest girl I've ever seen in my life, phone's on the table, we're talking, I got all of a sudden, whoop, hospital titty pops up on my phone. She saw it before I did and was like, what the fuck is that, man? Because it was like bruised and, you know, it didn't look, if it was a fetish, it was a dark one, you know what I mean? It was not like a cute, oh, you're playing the field. It was like, who do you have tied up, you know? It was just like the strangest I've ever had to like avoid getting into an argument with somebody I'm trying to sleep with, where I'm like, baby, those are my mom's titties. You don't worry about that. Come on, I haven't sucked on those in years. What do you say? What do you say we get some dessert and keep this thing moving? Yeah, it's been wild in the city. Wild. A lot of firsts in New York City in the dating scene. I had my very first, somebody spit in my mouth during sex for the first time recently. You guys sound like me. I didn't even know people were doing that shit. And all of a sudden I caught a loogie. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? The first, I'll be honest, if I'm gonna be honest with you, the first one, it like flew under the radar. Like I was just like, whoa, we're doing it. And then all of a sudden like a globule in my mouth. And I like snapped too. Like what the fuck was that? Thinking like, wow, this has gotta be like drool shrapnel or something. There's no way. There's no way she just like big brother like into my. It wasn't until the second one. The second one I heard coming and I heard like a. And I was like, oh, hey! Oh, no, get off! We're not doing that! Horrific what the people are doing in the street, in the sheets. I was traumatized. It was bad. New York City taught me that I am not a freak in the bedroom like I thought I was. I really was walking around for like a decade and a half like, I'm a freaky dude. Okay, I'm freaky. Doggy style? I done it. A couple times, actually. I went out to New York City and realized, no, I've been having very conservative Christian sex my entire life. Without even realizing it. I thought I had all the moves in the bedroom. I have one move in the bedroom. You want to know my move? Yes! My big move. Right? First of all, missionary. Shout out. We're doing it, okay? Missionary, I do this. I get the covers and I pull them up over my shoulders. I create like a little cave, to protect the lady from the fan. That's my thing. That's my thing. I turn into Batman in the bedroom. I'm like, get in here, Rachel! Get into my fuck cave where you're safe. It's my big move in the bedroom. And I don't mean to shit on conservative Christians. I know I said that earlier, but I actually, if you get the chance, I would recommend having sex with like a very Christian person if you can. You make a Christian woman come, you never know what she's gonna say. Like a really religious one, it's just like, you hit the right buttons and it's just like the Holy Spirit takes over. It's just, just talking in tongues. I was with this girl, this very, very Christian girl, and, well, not that Christian, we were having sex out of wedlock, but I feel like that's on her, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to shame anybody, man. Very religious person, talks about God often, and then we're in the bedroom, right, having sex, and it's building to the moment, not to brag, you know what I mean, just, that's what was going on, building. In the climax, she hit me with this line, she literally said, oh my fucking gosh! Like shaking, like the Holy Ghost got her, oh my fucking gosh! I thought I was killing it too, I really did. She hit me with a gosh darn, it really took the winds out of my sails. I got time for one more?
Yes!
Okay, I'll tell you, we're talking first in New York City, and I just got out of my very first interracial relationship. It was dating, nice, there you go, hell yeah. We know what they search for in Pornhub, that's what's up. You like that joke? Welcome to the show. Yeah, very first time dating a black chick. We dated for a couple years. Her first time dating a white guy. And I gotta say, it's one of the best things that's ever happened to me, Dating a black woman. One of the best things, for me, that ever happened to me. For her, dating a white guy was like a fucking midlife crisis moment. She was really going through it, and I was just kind of right place, right time, Never directly benefited from somebody's mental health crisis the way I did in 2020. It was great. We had a lot of fun. I ate a lot of pussy that year. I did. 2020, I got to 2021, I was like, why does my jaw hurt? A lot of pussy, dude. You dating a black chick in 2020, you gotta keep her happy. That's what you're doing, okay? I threw my neck out. That's how much I was going for. I really did. I hurt my neck. I had to go to a fucking chiropractor. I don't know if you can tell, I'm like 60% neck, so that's a lot. That's a devastating injury for me. It's not even an Adam's apple. That's my third kneecap. I gotta talk to the fucking chiropractor. He's like, what happened? I had to get a foam collar. Like a fucking dog. I had to get a fucking foam collar. He's like, were you playing basketball? I was like, well, not exactly. Kind of got crossed up by the clitoris, though. I guess you could say that much. I'll tell you what I did with this girlfriend, though, and I'll get out of here. Because she had me do something in the bedroom I've never done before. She had me doing role playing. You guys ever do role play in the bedroom? Yeah? Are you being supportive again, or you got an outfit for me? He's being supportive. You got an outfit. I can feel the end. I can feel. I feel like a cheerleader would be a good outfit for. Maybe not for you, but for your partner. You know what I mean? The amount of applause. Okay, that didn't work, but we're still in it. I gotta land this fucking thing, dude. We did. She had me do cops and robbers. She had me do cops and robbers in the bed. It's my first time. And let me tell you guys, I was praying to be the robber. Like I've never prayed to be a robber in my life. I know I'm kind of dressed like the police right now, but that is not my vibe. She took one look. She said, you got that mustache, you know exactly what role you're going to be. And let me tell you something, guys. You're doing cops and robbers in the bedroom and the suspect is black. That shit hits way differently, okay?
Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh, fuck!
Way different. I was thinking sex with handcuffs. That's what I was thinking. And there was handcuffs, sir, but she was resisting arrest. Resisting. I had no choice. I had to go to my utility belt. I had to get the vibrator out. I said, stop resisting! Turned my body cam on. I said, stop resisting! She told me, I think you need to call backup for this situation. I said, what the fuck? I paid a lot of money for this bedroom, not here, goddammit. You guys, this has been the funnest. Y'all are the coolest. Thank you so much for hanging out here with me. One of my favorite shows in town. Please give it up to the host.
Yo, keep that shit going for Jeff. I don't know why I took the mic. Keep this shit going for the very funny Cierra. Oh my god, I'm fucking everything up. Cierra Miranda!
Thank you, Renee. All right. Let's finish this out. Eddie Cruz, excellent job filling in for Sean. You gotta love Sean. Sean's like, I'm not gonna host tonight, I'm just gonna do a proper set. And then he hosts from the back the entire fucking night. Can't possibly let it go. I love asking Sean for time. Is like, it is not a good idea. How much time do I have? And he takes 3.5 minutes just to answer how much time you have left. Well, you had 4.5, but now you're at 47 seconds, so you go right ahead and do whatever you want, boss. He left the room, but I actually really loved Thomas' set. He was kind of down on himself, like, oh, you guys don't like my shit? He was a little down on himself, and I actually really liked his set. I felt it uplifting. It was very hopeful. Like, a black man to be complaining about oat milk? I mean, that doesn't, at least things are going well for him. Like, that's really nice. Like, people are killing you motherfuckers, Like, cops and white people don't give a shit. They're like, well, what did he do? And you're like, okay. But he has a bone to pick with oat milk, Like, that's nice. I liked it. Like, Durrell can't have that, because that's a light-skinned man set right there. That's what light-skinned men want to talk about, But like Durrell can't. Did you hear Durrell's set? Like, he can't talk about that shit. Like, because he knows, like, it could be lights out tomorrow. He needs to talk about the things now, you know? I need to get to the issues today. He might not be here tomorrow, you know? But Thomas is like, well, I'll get oat milk at my favorite brew like tomorrow. But they better not have almond milk, motherfuckers. Because I get it. Like Rayboi, he's like, I'm gonna talk about pussy till the day I die because it might happen on my way home tonight. So I'm gonna talk about all the pussy I can possibly fucking get. That is a dark-skinned man's set, and I appreciate it. So at least everything's still going well for some. Also, God bless Eddie. Durrell is named Scott. Like, in what fucking world have you seen a man of that color named Scott? Unless he's lying to the police. What's your name, Scott? And you're like, show me your ID. Just step out of the car. Forget it, just step out of the car. Obviously you're lying. Step out of the fucking car, Scott. Here lies Scott. You know what I mean? Fucking Scott. Fucking Scott. Even if that, like, there's no way in the world, even if, like, that was a birth name, even if a mother was like, I'm gonna name my baby Scott because that was his granddaddy's name. Even if, like, the baby came out and came out Durrell's color, the mom will go, never mind, it's Durrell now. It's not Scott. I can't possibly name Scott. You are Durrell Johnson. Scott Johnson. What is he, a Disney character? Like, who skateboards to school or something? The life and times of Scott Johnson. Okay. Alright, Eddie.
Oh, God.
Fucking shrooms kicked in for Eddie. And give it up for Scott! Don't actually give it up for Scott. I was very supportive of all of you. Alright. I got a couple more things. We're gonna make this simple, because let me tell you something. I'm an old ass bitch, and I am really excited to get home tonight. Before in the 20s, like, oh shit, like, what do you gotta do when you get home? You know, you're like, right, dick. I don't know, something, right? But like, I have a new mattress to get home to. And not to have sex in, like, legitimately, I cannot wait to get home to go to sleep. I'm gonna pop my iron supplement, and I'm gonna get my ass to bed. I'm gonna put on some Real Housewives. It's gonna be the best fucking night of my life, okay? So we'll make this really snappy for everyone. Who else doesn't have a fucking new mattress? Sorry. I have a theory that things aren't like, the things that are bad now, like things weren't initially bad. Like somebody ruined it for everyone else. You know what I mean? Like the employee of the month board, right, at work. Like everything's fine with the employee of the month board. Then one person draws a dick on some person's mouth and we can't have employee of the month board anymore, right? Like shit like that. Or like, and usually when I say people, obviously it's men. Like a man's gonna ruin something for everyone else. You know what I mean? Like things are cool and that, like Jesus. Jesus was cool once. But then dudes wanted to be like, well, Jews didn't like Mexicans. And you're like, who said that? You never even met a Mexican. Like, what are you talking? Well, you know, like, how did it, like, first of all, Jesus would love Mexicans more than anyone. We're the only ones who name our kids after him. So, like, I think you're going to heaven real fucking quick, bitch. Jesus is the problem. Like, men who want to oppress are the problem, you know what I mean? Oh, Jesus said you can't protect your organ, or like all that shit. I don't know why I said it in Sean's voice. He would never say such a thing. I'm so sorry about that. It's just my like go-to voice sometimes when I'm pissed. But like sports, right? Like sports are fun, and then dudes fucking ruin it for everyone. And like fantasy football came, and now dudes want to be like, well, you don't know shit, because so-and-so had 40% fun, fuck the field, blah, blah. So you know all these fucking, now all I have to hear is stats. Like, now dudes suddenly remember all the stats, but like you can't possibly remember how much Plan B was. You know what I mean? Oh, was it $50? Yeah, it's full 50. So how about you get off your Caesar Sportsbook app and head over to Venmo? Because condoms are for pussies, you know what I mean? Everything. Like dudes are, okay, so like for instance, like I truly believe that I think like roofies were like okay. Like, so do you know, for instance, did you know actually this? Yeah, you know, hear me out. Give me a second. Like roofies, like actually the drug that is in a roofie, you know, it was actually initially used in when it was first created for like as an anesthesia for like, you know, like light surgeries. You know what I mean? Did you know that? Nope, because it's a fucking lie. I made it up just to make a point. That's how you pass ASU. You know what I mean? That's how you get a degree from ASU. It's not fucking true. My dad says if you say it with confidence, people go, You know? Yeah. I liked it. It was fun. And you can get a white man to go, My actress and I are gonna have a good night tonight. Thinking of you, buddy. And she's like, okay. I'm gonna live with that for a minute. Remember when I got that white guy to fucking say hi? Okay. To shut up and agree with me. So here's the thing. So it's not true, right? But here's the thing. I think that roofies were once cool. Like they were the ones okay. But then some scumbag obviously ruined it for everyone and like started like raping people. You know what I mean? Like so like roofies were cool because like I think it was okay at one point. It's probably like a real cool fucking drug. And I'm not making fun of roofies at all. I can talk about them because a bitch got roofied once. Shocker, right? So like a bitch got roofied once, you know, and it was and everything was fine. But you know, a little offended because you know, I got roofied and then I woke up like in my own bed by myself. You know what I mean? Like nothing happened to me. You know, like nothing happened. Like what could I possibly have done? That like someone was like, you know what? I don't like her attitude. You know? Just sent me home. Got into my app and was like, she needs to go home. I didn't know she had that reaction. Possibly have done. Was I too nice? I don't know. Did I actually become a lady? I don't know. Did I like curtsy? I don't know what I did wrong. You know? So that fucked with me. But like I do believe that like it made me believe in divine intervention. Like I truly believed in God that moment because like I was saved, you know. Because I was at, of all places, straight up, I was at a holiday party, like a holiday company party, and a bitch got roofied, right? So like obviously employee of the month, right? Like I am loved by my coworkers. But I think that's what happened. Like I think like divine intervention. Like I think like that was. I think I was getting too fucking. Like I was doing. I was like Tito soda and shit, and that was when like. And I was like dieting because like my alcohol tolerance was too high, so I was trying to like make sure not eat as much that day, you know what I mean? So I get fucked up. And it's like cheap, it's cheap. And so like I think I was getting too fucked up and I think I was about to call my boss rat-faced Bill to his face, you know? And I was about to like just smear my vagina on the bar like I usually do and shit. And I think God was just like, bitch, boop, you need a timeout and go home. Like, you got bills to pay, you know? You got rent to make, like. That's what happened. All right, I'm gonna leave you on this. I really appreciate everyone sticking around. Thank you so much. Thank you, Testify, for always laughing is still the hardest in my heart. Yes. But I really appreciate it. I really, like, this is truly one of the best places to do comedy in Phoenix. I don't know anywhere else. Because I can talk shit. We can all talk shit. Like, I talk a lot of shit, you know? Like, I talk shit, and I mean what I say, and I say what I mean, you know? And I think, yeah, everyone should be that way. Unless you're talking about Mexicans, bro. You know what I mean? I know what you're thinking. You're like, yeah, you are a fucking rapist. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm kidding. We're just on Cave Creek Road, so I just, like, took a dart at it, and I was like, that's probably right. Okay. Racism might be correct. It's either bigotry or racism. Go, you know? So, like, everyone should be able to say what they want to fucking say. And, like, I talk a lot of shit, like, but I think also, like, know what the fuck you're saying when you say it, you know? Like if you say something, like, if you're telling, like, you know, like, you're telling me a story, or, like, I'm telling you a story, and if I said some bullshit to you, like I'm going on for 40 minutes on this stupid story, then I go, long story short, and I go on for 20 more, like, fucking kill me. Like, that's fucking bullshit, you know what I mean? Like, my dad does that shit all the time, and I'm like, how in the world does a story about a homeless man at Walgreens take this fucking long, you know what I mean? Like, you gave me hope and now you're taking it away. I love that man, but my God, his stories suck, you know what I mean? Or like, or when people say shit like, how did you sleep last night, you know? And someone's like, girl, I slept like a baby. It makes no fucking sense, you know? I used to babysit my niece, co-babysit, because no one actually, you know, trusted me with her alone, and that was right. But like, you know, I used to babysit her, and like 9 times out of 10, raving bitch. Like, she was just such an asshole when she woke up from her nap. Babies aren't nice. They shit themselves every time. Like, they're just assholes, you know? So like, if you wanted to tell the truth, like, how did you sleep last night? Girl, I slept like a pill popper. Because that shit makes sense. Because like, I saw my boy sleep on this like Xanax, fucking Ambien, fucking cocktail in Mexico, and I saw like the REM stage happen in his eyes like the whole fucking time, you know? But like, he did shit himself though. So there's like a, you know, there's a give or take. But still, he was in a great mood, and... So, you know, he was actually nice after. We didn't even know he shit himself, so we just like kept walking Mexico. It was the tacos. Or like, or finally, like when, you know, like when you're, you know, like when you're with your significant other, you know, and they want to dirty talk with you and shit, you know. And I'm cool with it, but like, I'm better if I've been drinking, you know, because I get real creative with my words, you know what I mean? Like a thesaurus when I've been drinking, you know. It's more than just like cock and pussy, you know what I mean? Like it's bigger words, it's really cute words, like a novel. And so like, you know, they want to throw dirty talk at you and shit. And you're like, all right, let's do this. And then they throw some weird shit at you, and they're like, girl, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you. And you're like, you wanna fuck the shit? Like, you have to realize what the fuck that means. Like, fuck the shit out of you. That means you want to engage in an aggressive form of sexual intercourse until fecal matter secretes from my anus. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you're saying. Like we can do this shit, you know? But like, you can't judge me when you're like taking out the shit crumbs out of the sheets later, you know what I mean? Like, in theory it sounds good, but you know, I shit on your dick and now we're Facebook friend blocked, you know what I mean? My name's Cierra, Miranda. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Keep it going for Cierra, Miranda. She fucking crazy. Big round of applause to yourselves. That was a great crowd. The show is over. If you guys drink, get home safe. Or not, you know, that's on you. You guys are adults. Relax, Raven. Or was that Durrell? You're too black. I can't see you, Durrell. It's Durrell Scott. Scott, that's what. Give me a beer. No, I'm kidding. All right, everybody get home safe. I love you guys. You guys all have to say thanks.
Yo, Joe was talking to you all the time. Hey, you can't have me. You can't have me down. I might have some in the car.